Hey yo, hey, it's Penguin. How are you guys doing today? And today I have a super awesome different video. Oh, excuse you? Yes. So, I recently have noticed we had a extreme influx of new simmers around in our community. Excuse my neighbors, they're very, very loud. Anyway, I noticed we have a very huge influx of new simmers ever since the Black Friday sale that happened on Origin, and there have been so many new simmers, and they've been so sweet and nice, and I was just, and if you guys don't remember or don't know, or if you're new to this channel, I'm a part of the Sims 4 modeling edit community. And that's where we make Sims 4 edits, like Sims 4 art pictures that look really neat and cool. And I've noticed we had a ton of new simmers finding their niche in the sim community, and we had a lot of new like modeling and art editors since the Black Friday sale, and I am going to take it upon myself to make a video for all of the new simmers and or people who are now interested in Sims 4 modeling slash editing. So first things first, hi, I'm Penguin. I am, I don't know, I'm a Sims 4 art editor. I don't know what to call myself, but I have been doing Sims 4 editing for, good lord, has it been? Hold on. If I go into my archives, I could probably find, I want to say maybe almost a year, maybe 2 years. I think it is 2 years. Nope, it's 2 years, because I've been doing Sims 4 editing way longer than I've been on YouTube. So yeah, I think it's about 2 years, maybe. So I've been around the like editing scene enough to where I can like formulate some kind of a helpful video for anyone who's just learning or want to learn. So anyway, so first things first, you're going to want a an editing like software or anything, and of course you probably have zero money, zero money. So what I use and what a lot of the other editors in the community use is GIMP, which I have it pulled up right here, which is GNU Image Manipulation Program, or General Image I cannot speak today. General Image Manipulation Program. So GIMP is 100% free. Excuse you, Penguin? Do you say free? Yes, 100% free. Just go to the little download button, the little execute. You pick if you're Windows or Mac. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Windows or Mac, and then you press the little execute and you install it. Okay, now after you've done all of that, I am going to show you how to get images like this. Not like this, because this is my editing style and everyone has a different editing style. So I have two images pulled up just to like kind of show you an example of like what kind of Sims 4 editing is. You're just putting Sims into really cool backgrounds and positions that just kind of tell a little bit of a story, or like I don't know how to say, showcase a certain look or outfit or like something. Anyway, moving on. These are actually my two favorite pictures of some penguin girls. If you guys don't know the penguin girls, go over to my Twitter at penguin1101 and go check them out. Of Taylor Kalani over here on the left and Giselle Pansino over here on the right. So, I am going to show you guys a very brief tutorial of how to get started in doing this. Alright. Okay, so first off, you're going to want to have a background image. Okie dokie, so I just randomly pulled from my computer and I found this image. I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to run with it. So after you have taken screenshots of your sim and have done all of that, also I'll be making videos on that as well, so go ahead and check that out later whenever I record those and post them. But for now we're going to do the basics of trying to edit a photo. So what you're going to want is a background. So I just chose randomly and this one seemed okay, cool, whatever. So let's get our sim. So I also want to demonstrate something really quickly. Okay, so as you can see over here on the left, this is a very old picture of another penguin girl, Emily Thomas, which she's more recognizable over here on the right of what my style has changed to now. This is what it used to look like, but now I'm kind of like this. So my style has changed drastically. So, but anyway, the thing I'm going to say is the CAS background that you take your screenshots of your sim on usually looks like this really pretty blue-green background. Okay, well, there is a simple way. Let me just demonstrate the problem you're gonna have whenever you edit with the regular Sims CAS background. You will go over here, or whenever you're ready to cut and everything, you cut your sim out of the background. You will either click the fuzzy select tool or you go and erase around your sim. And when you go to the fuzzy select tool, it only highlights certain parts of the background that fits in the color aspect of what the fuzzy select tool does. And it can be very time consuming and it's just gonna take you forever. Trust me, I know I did that for a very long time until the CAS background mod came about, which is a long time ago. I will also put in links to white, green, or purple solid CAS backgrounds because those are better to work with. It's a mod, so if you know how to install mods in CC, I assume you would do. But if you don't, I will also be making another video on that. So anyway, moving on. It's very difficult to edit with the normal Sims 4 blue-green background. So what a lot of people use is the white or green CAS background, which is what I usually use the white one because it's way easier for me to edit, but other people use the green because it's way easier for them. I use the white, that's my preference. You can use the green or the purple, no judgment. So what I was trying to explain is when you want to do the fuzzy select tool, it selects all of the background and everything that's white or green or purple that is in the background. It's just easier in the long run, but you could also, when you're doing the erase around method, you're still going to have just a little bit of area around your sim that's perfectly fine, but you're going to have to erase the entire background, and it's easier to use the fuzzy select tool when you do that. And it's just easier just to have a solid CAS background when you're editing your sims out of that background onto another one. So, alright, let's go ahead and go into some basics of GIMP. Alrighty, you guys. So, the first tool that I mentioned was the fuzzy select tool, and the fuzzy select tool selects a continuous region of basis of color. So, all the white is being selected, or all of the brown right here in this area in her hair is being selected, or the blue in her eyes, or white on her sleeve, or her skin tone. Just different sections that have that same color in the image is being selected, and you can delete them, you can just do anything. But also, when you want to transfer your sim over to a new background, this is what you're going to have to do. Because if you press erase or the delete button on the white, it's going to automatically post white because you have not added a alpha channel. What an alpha channel is a transparent layer that kind of makes it clear, I guess how you could put it. It makes it clear so you can have a clean transfer of your sim onto the background like they were already on that background to begin with. So to do that, you will go to up here to layer, go to transparency, and you go to add alpha channel. And what an alpha channel looks like, I'm about to show you. When you press erase or delete, it is a checkered gray, dark gray type of looking back or looking image. That means that image or that part of the image will be clear or clean. So if we were to put Emily Thomas like this without like this white right here and this white right here all done onto this background, I'm going to show you really quick. You're going to copy and paste, which is Control C, and then go to the green, this background that you picked, and you press Control V to paste. And you see how around where it was white is now clear, and as the background can show through. And the white right here that we haven't done anything with is still there. Excuse me. So anyway, let's delete that really quick. So let's go ahead and go in and clean up all the rest of this white that's kind of out here. And the bigger part of the white that you can see. Okie dokie. Alright, now you're probably asking, but there's still white around her hair. Or there's still white in these little itty bitty edges and stuff like this. Okay, so this is a Penguin pro tip. I don't know if anyone else who uses GIMP knows this. If they don't, they can learn. You can watch this and learn how I do it. Because what is so frustrating to me is people who have these synthetic hairs and they kind of chop off all the wisps and stuff because there's this white piece and they don't want to go to the hassle and going in between and everything. There is another option that GIMP has, and it's through the paint tool, the paintbrush tool. And what you're going to do is you're going to go over here in this little box right here, this box right here. It says tool options. Okay. So you're going to go up here to mode where it says normal. You're going to click color erase, and down here where it has the black selected, like it would only erase the black tint. So what you're going to do is make that, well, what you're first going to do is zoom in and get the color picker tool, which is right here next to the magnifying glass. And you're going to click that white. See how this white is somewhat of a little bit different than this one that's right here. So that you're going to click that, and the best brush for you to use this method on is this small diminished brush right here. So what you're going to do is to get all of those little edges that you did not get is to kind of go up and erase and color erase, because see, if you were just to erase, it would erase all of this other brown of her hair and everything else. So what you're going to do is just kind of go all around her, or your sim, him or her, no judgment, of where that white is. But be careful when you're doing the white on the skin tones. See, this is where I always have a problem, and I always have to switch methods, because if you go right here, it erases the white tint in their skin tone. Even if any skin tone of sim, any skin tone, it does this. I don't know why. Oop, I just deleted it. Okay. Anyway, so what you're going to have to do is go to the erase method, where you just automatically erase what you're doing. So what you're going to do is have the eraser, and you pick your preferred brush. Mine is a combination between the solid circle and the block bar. Those are kind of my favorites. But anyway, you're going to go in here and you're going to kind of just gently, this is the most time-consuming thing of any when you're doing an edit, is erasing kind of every little like white speckle you can see at the edge of like this, that's at the edge of a body part, a skin body part. So you're just gonna, so I will speed this up or transfer, fade into another scene. And this is going to be done really quickly. All right, now that you have eliminated all the white around her hair, around their hands, all the white or background that is around your sim, you've erased it, eliminated it. Now we're going to actually, don't get discouraged when you're doing that, because that is the hardest part, or this is the hardest part of doing an edit, is getting your sim off the cast background or in-game background, whatever your preferred mode of screenshot is. Anyway, continuing, we are going to copy and paste our sim, so Control C to copy, and paste our sim onto our preferred background that we chose. So again, I chose this one, it was just there, whatever, so you're going to paste them on here, so it's now Control V. Alright, so now you are thinking, my sim is incredibly small right here. Yes. So, what you're going to need to do is, see this over here, it says Enlarged. It's the Enlarged scale tool. So what you're going to do is click your sim, and this box is going to pop up. So, I'm going to demonstrate something. Usually this box pops up looking like this, where these two little linky things are not connected. See how it was, and now it's not. It usually pops up like this, and with that you can change the width and everything kind of flexible like, and so your sim can literally look flat like that, and looks kind of horrible, right? That looks really bad. So, what you're going to need to make sure is these two links are connected. And what that does is it enlarges everything equally. So it just enlarges your sim equally around width and length. And this, if you click the little center here and drag it, you can move the sim to where you want to have the sim at. So, let's do this. Also, just a quick mention, enlarging a sim too much lowers the pixel and graphic quality of it. I have learned that the very, very hard way. So just be sure. So now that you have your sim onto the background and you don't want to add any shadows or anything else, and right here I'm not going to, you're going to click the move tool right here, and you're just going to click the background that you chose. See how the select tool is around your sim, and you can like move the sim wherever you wanted to have it. So you're going to click the background where it says has this anchor symbol right here, you can see, and it's going to put that sim on that background. So now our sim is on this background. Looks really cool, neat, right? Awesome. So you just finished your first edit, technically, but we're not done yet. So if you can't tell, the sim looks very different lighting wise than the background we chose, and to fix that we are going to actually use a different editing software. But first you're going to want to export this image. So what you're going to do is you're going to click File and go down here to Export As, and you're going to export it to wherever you need it, be it desktop or documents or pictures. I'm just going to export it as basic edit how to Sims 4. Alright, and also you can choose to either save it as a JPEG or a PNG file. I cannot talk today, you guys. A PNG file. Just change the abbreviation at the end to PNG or JPEG. I prefer JPEG. That's me. But to each your own. To each his own. So you're going to set the quality to 100. Click Export. And now your image is exported. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open another software system that I have right down here. And it's probably my best friend in the entire world, called Photoscape. Excuse me. Photoscape is probably my favorite editing software because it's so easy and so fun to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to click to wherever over here on the side where you saved your image at. So like if I had saved it in randomness or practice scripts or placeholder 3 or wherever, you click your image, and it will pop up down here. Click your image, and it's going to pop up right here. So a lot of things in Photoscape, Photoscape is 100% free. I forgot to mention that. Photoscape is 100% free. So what I'm going to say right now is you're going to have to play around Photoscape to find your perfect style lighting edit. So what I usually do is I sharpen just a little bit, about 30%. And I just browse the film effects and kind of just glance over. See right here, CT1 is probably my favorite because it makes everything brighter and bolder. So I'm going to do that and see how this edit all the lighting kind of just meshes kind of together. So another thing you can play around in is the tools section, where you can have an effect brush where it blurs certain parts of the image that you want to blur, or it darkens it kind of darkens a little bit of what you're doing. And just these brushes are grayscale. It makes everything black and white, or whatever you want to draw on black and white. So that's really fun. There's just a lot of stuff in Photoscape. Photoscape does a lot of things other than just image editing. You can make GIFs, you can combine and make collages, and you can batch edit photos. It's just really, honestly, Photoscape is probably my favorite photo editing software, 100%. So anyway, after you've played around and kind of gotten, I'm actually going to brighten this up a bit and kind of just, yeah, okay. So I'm going to leave this image right here. It doesn't look that great, in my opinion, this image, because it was a really quick image for me to do, because I'm used to doing 2-3 hour edits that take forever. Also, another thing that I usually do is I kind of brighten the eyes in my Sims, just because it makes them cute. Any hoosers. And then you're going to save that image, and just save it. And there you go. There's your edit. There's your first edit. You guys did so good. You guys did so good. And so yeah, that's the very basic, bare bones kind of explanation of how to do a Sims 4 edit. If you want to learn more about GIMP or Photoscape, there are tons and tons of different tutorials up on the YouTubes. Everywhere you can find specific things you want to do in GIMP. If you want to, like, how to do a smoke effect in GIMP, if you type that in YouTube, you will find videos of how to do that, or how to do a pixel effect, or how to do a fire effect, or just YouTube is your friend for tutorials. But I was here to give you guys a very bare bones roadmap to kind of what I do and how to help you guys kind of just to get started really quickly. I know that was a really quick video. It probably didn't seem quick. It's probably going to be like maybe 8 minutes, but all right, you guys, I think we're good. I think if I can't remember, I can't really think of anything else that I forgot to tell you guys about GIMP or Photoscape other than they're free, and please use them, because that's what I use, because I'm a broke college student and I do this as a hobby. So yeah. A lot of people use Photoshop And I think there are way more Sims 4 editing tutorials for Photoshop than there are of GIMP, which is why I made this video. Not many people have made GIMP tutorials for Sims 4, so I did. So it's very quick, very basic, bare bones, but there you go. You have it, and I hope you guys make some super awesome art, Sims 4 art, with GIMP and Photoscape. I will leave all links to GIMP and Photoscape in the description below. I will also leave links to my Twitter where you can check out where this sim from Miss Emily Thomas, who is a penguin girl, and check out all the other penguin girls, and check out all of my edits that I do. I post them all on Twitter, or if you find me in the Sims 4 forums, I'm at penguinwa101. So if you find me, say hey, or how you doing, or hey, any other tips? Just ask me. Don't be afraid to ask other people in the Sims community if you want help or need to learn how to do things, because the Sims community is very open and very helpful and very nice and very kind. So, alright you guys, I hope you guys have a super, super awesome day. Bye guys!